Okay. You bring it in.
Oh, you're going to start like this.
Yeah, you bring it in. Bring it in.
Welcome back to Boys Only Club, episode 37. I'm Steven Southpark.
I'm Reina Scully.
And I always feel like I have to start off these podcasts with an apology.
Yes, you do, because it's your fault. Now, what happened last week?
Last week, I was, you were out of town visiting family for Thanksgiving. I was here still. I mean, I took a date with Alyssa's family and everything.
Yeah.
But I was still here most of the time.
You were.
So it was my duty to do a Boys Only Club episode.
And I did preemptively let you know that I'm like, we could either skip this week, and I have a tweet ready to go that explains that I'm away and that you are away and it's Thanksgiving and blah, blah, blah. Or you could try to shoot somebody. You could try to shoot with somebody else.
So if we tell this from your perspective, there's gonna be a lot of information, and it's all correct, but there's gonna be a lot of information that's gonna make me look very shitty.
Okay, let's tell it from your perspective.
But I'll tell it from my perspective, which will also make me look equally shitty.
I was gonna say, it's not.
It was my duty to make a Boys Only Club episode.
Right.
I've been a little preoccupied with everything over there, and there's like a lot of business stuff happening. A lot of people are going out of town, so I have to take a lot of the role for editing and doing bit planning and all this stuff.
Tiny businessman.
Tiny business, yeah, exactly. And, you know, sometimes Boys Only Club, I forget about it.
It's a backseat. Takes a backseat.
This was one of those times, and I saw text from Reina saying, I can easily tweet that we're not uploading this week. And then I thought about it. I was like, no, there's going to be plenty of time to shoot tomorrow. So come Saturday or something. And I was like, I'll just edit it myself because fuck it. Come Saturday, there was barely a break in anything. And we had to just record all day for SP7 and edit and all that. And by the time I did get a break, everyone was gone and I was tired anyway. So I was like, oh, fuck. And then I had texts from you. I think they were like, where is it?
Well, I was like, hey, because the agreement was that Mike would still edit it. So I was still waiting for it to come in. So I was like, hey, it's like really late Saturday night. Like, I don't know if you recorded it or not. It's not a big deal if you didn't. And you go, don't worry, I'm going to shoot it tomorrow and edit it all tomorrow. I'm going to do it all tomorrow. And I go, well, okay, so that means it's going to be up late, which is fine. But then I need a tweet that says it's going to be up late or it's not going to be up at all.
So Sunday, I wake up at about 11 a.m.
It's already shitty.
And
so there's no
I already fucked it.
You already fucked it.
But I hadn't even thought about it up until, because I got to work probably about 12 p.m.
Yeah.
And I started working on SP7 stuff. Boys Only Club didn't even cross my mind at that point, because normally it's all done here by Mike and it's all recorded
you have nothing
beforehand.
to worry about.
So I didn't even think about it. Then I see like 8 texts in a row from you that are like all capitals, and I look down and I'm like,
they weren't even. You know what's funny? I do remember they were all caps, but I think
they were nice though.
I think they were so gentle, and that was what was so funny.
They really
about
were,
it.
which was what was surprising about that.
Well, at one point I got kind of freaked out. I was like, maybe he's not okay. I'm like, maybe something shitty happened to him again.
So my response. I'll talk about my response after you talk about the text.
Oh my God, I'm so friggin' nice the whole time.
Truly,
you wrote thank you so much like 14 times. Okay. Hey, so I'm assuming you couldn't shoot with anybody. Gotcha. Okay, I'll still put up a tweet. Do you have any idea when you'll be shooting? Should we shoot one and upload it tomorrow at 8 a.m.? Just let me know. It's all good. Are you okay? Mimi said you're okay, but are you okay? So
at this point, Boys Only Club isn't the only thing that I have to respond to. I have about like 4 or 5 other obligations that my response to situations where I get encumbered like this, I just don't respond at all.
Yeah.
And
you just stopped responding.
I didn't respond, and I just worked on SP7 stuff. I got focused in, and I was like, it's too late. I gotta.
That's such a bad defense mechanism.
It is. It's the worst. It makes it worse. And I was talking to Alyssa, and I was like, I haven't texted Reina. I don't even know what I'm gonna say at this point. And she's like, well, text her now because it's just gonna make it worse if you wait. The longer you wait. And I was like, okay, I'll text her tonight. And then I was like, I'm just going to wait longer.
And then you did it. Well, what's weird is like, I'm never even mad. I'm always just kind of like,
disappointed.
Yeah, fucker. All right, I'll see you next week. There's no consequences. I never make you do anything that I like. Nothing's ever. Are you afraid of me?
No,
you're just weird. You just get into this weird like fight or flight thing. I think.
I've also
because you don't answer anyone,
dude. I've been like really out of it lately.
Yeah,
it just sucks. And then finally, I responded. I think today. Was it today earlier? Or was it? No, it was yesterday.
It was yesterday. Today, I just had to double confirm that it was today because you said something freaky last night.
Oh yeah, I misread Mimi's text, which is also so stupid of me. And then I double confirmed with you today, and then everything is
worked out.
semi back to normal. Also,
Yeah.
hey, to switch the subject, we have hoodies available.
We
How
have
about
hoodies
that?
available.
Bangarang.
This is what they look like on a human being.
They're available
I'm wearing a small, and you're
in the
wearing
description.
Yeah, the links are available in the description. You are wearing a medium. Mm-hmm. I'm wearing a small.
They're very comfortable. They're very warm.
They're very warm. They're fleece lined.
So if you're living in an area that has a lot of snow and the winter's coming up, I recommend getting one of these.
Yeah, and the logo printed very nicely. I like how light the pink is.
It doesn't seem like one of those logos that's easily going to wash off, which is nice.
Yeah,
Bless you.
that was really loud and gross. I feel really bad.
We haven't had new merch in a while.
We haven't had new merch in a while at all.
Yeah, so this is exciting. We've had the gray hats as our only merch forever.
I know.
And I think those are still available if you still haven't gotten one of those.
They are
But those
still
are
available.
those are definitely gonna end soon. And then we've got this that's available.
I really like this. The arm length is really nice.
I don't think we have
Pleasantly
too many of
surprised.
these, actually. Probably only like 500 or so.
No, we have a lot of them.
Oh, we do?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, feel free to get one whenever then. But that's exciting. So finally, we have new merch on the store, and we're back in business to talk
Back.
about more depressing things.
Yes.
Last week, I just realized was so depressed, or the week before.
Well, I don't know what's wrong with us. You know what? It might be the weather. You know how there's seasonal affective disorder? I think I do have it a little bit because in the winter in New Jersey, it gets really dark and cold, and you only have like 6 hours of daylight. Well, I'm exaggerating. You have like 8
Yeah.
hours. But like, it makes you sad when the sun goes away really quickly. It really
I just
does.
need to drink more water.
You need to go out more. I think you need to go outside more. You need more vitamin D.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I don't drink enough milk, and I don't go outside enough.
That's not, no.
You get vitamin D from milk?
No, you should get vitamin D from the sun.
Can you get it from a tanning bed? Okay. Really?
That's cancer.
UV rays don't give you vitamin D?
No, I think a specific type of ray does because you could get a happy lamp. You could get a lamp that emits the right types of rays for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of interesting.
Vitamin D.
Yeah, I definitely need to go out in the sun more.
You need to go out in this. Go frolic with your dogs or something.
I think it's also water because I've been so dry lately. Every
Yeah.
part of me is dry. My face is so dry.
Yeah.
My pee-pee is dry.
Ew.
It's so dry.
That's okay.
Like I got this, I was jerking off too much and I got this like rash, not necessarily a rash, but it's like dry skin.
Wow.
And the only way to heal it is to not jerk off.
Yeah, but that's like a hard sell.
Nice pun, Reina. Damn, that was great.
Thanks.
But it's a lot more difficult to combat than you'd think. And Kib was
Okay.
like, and this is going to be really gross. Kib was like, dude, just jerk off in a bathtub and all the skin will... And even that, I was like, ugh, I don't want to think... I don't want to think about that at
Why
all.
don't you just use more like lotion? Or a different like lube that's more water based, so it's not.
I never use lube.
No, I know, but like for the rash.
For the rats?
Rash.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. It's just like all of these are possibilities. It's just me actually taking initiative and doing that rather than
Yeah.
just getting that instant gratification of a quick dry jerk.
No, I don't. Dry jerks. That it just sounds so bad. I mean, like I
Dry
get it.
Caribbean jerk rub.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you could sell that probably.
Dry. I mean,
That's
that's
like a
definitely
Spencer's
a
gift.
sauce at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh,
a dry
ew.
Caribbean jerk rub.
Oh,
Definitely not called jerk
off.
rub though.
Jerk.
It's just Caribbean jerk.
That makes sense. Great. Speaking of, I guess food. I guess we could talk about what we did on Thanksgiving. What did you do for Thanksgiving?
As always,
Yeah.
Reina, I went to Alyssa's aunt's house and we had a nice little Thanksgiving sit down.
That's
and
adorable.
Then we've been dealing a lot with dog issues lately because Winnie had pink eye for a little bit.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
poor
she had a bunch
baby.
of goober just out of
Oh,
her eye, and she was
no.
like pawing at it and everything,
out
and
of her
it
eye,
was so
poor
red and
baby.
inflamed.
That
so
sucks.
Alyssa had to take her to the vet. Alyssa's been doing like a lot of shit lately. For not only we're moving, so she's doing stuff for the new place.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about you moving. That's the other thing.
Yeah, so there's just been like a lot of life stuff going on, which is another reason that I haven't really responded, is because I haven't been helping as much moving as I should have. But
Yeah.
I've been buying a lot of stuff for the house. For the most part, like a
With all
new-
the money you don't have.
Yeah, right. A new bed, which you're supposed to be able to pay it monthly, but I accidentally paid it in full, so that fucked me.
It's okay. You won't have to pay extra for like the
Yeah,
APR and shit. So
like
you're fine.
interest and
yeah,
everything.
yeah, exactly.
So that's nice. I've been like helping move some of the heavy stuff. Kib and I spent some time moving stuff one night,
Oh,
and
you still have shit in the old house,
dude, another thing, which was another reason I didn't respond, is because it's just all the shit's all happening at once, like a bunch of life stuff, and we keep telling
always
ourselves we're going to
does.
get ahead of schedule. We're going to record more, not only just for Boys Only
Never.
Club, but for SP7.
It's never gonna happen.
And then we're moving, so I have to move my car. Like, I have to get it out of the driveway. And now I have to get the driveway fixed because, I mean, obviously there are going to be scrapes in the driveway from where the car was. So I moved it over to a friend's house, Sky Williams' house.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Okay, nice.
He DM'd me. He's like, "Do you need a place to put the car? We have so much space in our driveway because we live in this like crazy area." And I was like, "I mean, is this okay with you? Is this okay with your landlord?" He's like, "Yeah, no worries, dude."
That's so sweet.
We had it towed over to his house, which is a fucking nightmare, and we had to wait around there for 2 hours. The tow truck guy, the AAA guy, was very nice, very kind, but he was pissed.
Why was it a nightmare?
Because it was later at night, and it's a far drive.
And it's an inoperable car. Like, you can't even wheel that thing,
He had to
right?
shake it off the thing to get it off.
I get it.
Yeah, so that was kind of a bummer. But that's all set. I can keep the car there for as long as I need to until I switch it over to a finance agreement, and then I'll just pay it per month because insurance is just going to... There's just no way.
There's no way.
I don't feel like going bankrupt, and it's just miserable at this point. But if I change it over to a finance agreement, it might as well just be like a college loan. So I'll just be paying it monthly, the same amount that I paid, but it'll be to own it. And then I can junk it and I can maybe sell some of the parts. Like the seats are totally fine. I looked in the interior again. It's all pretty much fine. Like,
which is why you're fine.
Yeah.
Magically. Who would have known?
It has a roll protection on it.
Wow.
Rollover protection, which was nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Literally what you needed.
Yep.
Like, who would have thought?
Exactly. So that's good. So it's like a lot of stuff that I've been worrying about for a long time is culminating to a point where it's good.
Yeah, there's a
but
solution.
Nothing's good, but there's at least a solution that I can work on.
There's a light at the end of the tunnel right now, at least. Like, you know how to get there now. You know, before it was a pretty huge mess. So.
Yeah. So it's starting to all feel a lot better. And then we have some big things that are maybe happening with SP7, but that's...
Wait, let's go back a little bit. Why did you say that Winnie's pink eye has anything to do with the Thanksgiving you went to?
Oh, because we had to drop her off at the vet, I think, after the Thanksgiving thing. So it's just, there's just constantly something.
Right. You didn't get to like enjoy a thing per.
Yeah, and I definitely haven't been focusing on helping Alyssa in my real life or as much as I should.
Yeah. I think you and I are really guilty of this, but we've always chosen, I believe, our career over any personal or family things ever. Like, I remember one year when I think it was before you were at SourceFed, but I was talking to everybody and I was telling them how I'm not going home that Thanksgiving or Christmas, and that Mike and I are going to spend it here to save money. But we were with a bunch of people like Trisha, whose family is also from Pennsylvania, or like other people whose family is elsewhere. So everybody had like a plan to go away during the holidays, and I like really didn't because I actively wanted to save money. But it was really heartbreaking hearing other people tell me that I was a little bit heartless.
Really?
Not heartless, but kind of like surprised. Because like it wasn't just to save money. Like I actively stayed to work like different jobs and do different things. And that like had nothing to do with the holidays. It was, and obviously the pay was better because like nobody would stay during the holidays.
Yeah, it makes you sort of feel bad because it makes you feel like you don't really care about your family and friends.
Yeah, and that wasn't the problem. Like that wasn't the point. Like I just like I feel like maybe Christmas isn't that big of a deal for me because I'm Japanese, so like I didn't really think about it. And then like Thanksgiving, like Mike's family is a big deal, so I did feel bad not letting him go for that. But like we both spent it together. It was a little sad, but it wasn't like the worst thing in the world. So
I mean, at least you guys spent it together.
Exactly.
That's
And
important.
otherwise, like the yield was good. Like we worked, and also he used to work retail, so like he had to work through the holidays.
There's no way I'm going to be able to afford a flight home this Christmas.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because I bought a bed by accident.
By accident, all at once. But yeah, so I felt kind of not that everybody actively made me feel bad. It's just they were very surprised that I wasn't going home for the holidays, and that was the first time I was just like, oh shit, like am I one of those people that's like choosing work over family? And then I don't know. Now I'm a little older, so I'm a little bit weird about it. Like now I'm like, oh shit, everybody's dying.
Oh, mine's just been getting worse.
Like,
I've been only focusing on work. I've called my parents a couple times in the past
worse.
Month. But it's just I should go home at least once this year.
Yeah, you really should. Just once.
They came out to LA though in the past couple of months, so I got to see them there, so that's nice.
That was really
nice of them to do.
And you got to spend like quality time with them. Ugh.
Sort of. We went to the dog park.
That's adorable.
And they got to meet the dogs for the first time, which was nice.
Yeah. You need a very like concentrated amount of time with your family. And then it'll be worth it, I think. Because what I did for Thanksgiving is I spent it with Mike's family, my in-laws, and I loved it. It was fucking phenomenal. First of all, Mike's family's awesome.
Did you guys bang when you were in that house?
Yeah.
How is that? I've always wondered because I've never.
Like a fun.
I've never stayed the night at Alyssa's parents' house.
Oh yeah.
And if I did, I'd always feel too afraid to like try to do anything. I'm sure she would either.
Yeah.
Or as well.
Yeah.
But people do that.
Okay.
People bang when they're in their parents' home.
Here's the thing. Mike and I have known each other since middle school. Like and we used to date in high school when we were younger. So it's not like that house was ever like taboo to be like making out in or like doing stuff in. So I feel like as an adult going back there, it is a little bit weird and uncomfortable. Obviously, like I'd hope nobody's fucking watching this, but I don't know. It's not that weird. And I think it's because I have history with that house.
Okay, no, that makes sense.
Yeah. I think that's why.
I've always been not
But it's
necessarily-
weird. It's weird.
There are people that have relationships with their parents that I get it, but I don't understand it in a way. It's hard to explain.
What,
they
like
have-
too close?
I don't want to say it's a sexual relationship. 'Cause
Ew.
That's fucked. But I mean, like they're more open, you know?
Oh.
And they're more open about talking about sex, and they're more open about talking about like relationship things. I never talk to my family about anything that's
I definitely
like
don't
that.
talk to my mom or dad about that shit at all. My dad is a little weird, so maybe that's like different, but like I definitely never talk to my mom about that. And also, I hang out with Mike's parents and family all the time, and like we talk about anything, but it kind of just doesn't go in that direction. Like nobody wants to talk about that, so like why would we?
Yeah, no,
Like
exactly.
why are you asking us? Nobody would ask us.
But there are a lot of people that do have a relationship
That's
that's.
fucking weird.
Do you think the parents should be friends with their children? I don't think they should.
I don't think they should because I'm extremely Asian, and I don't think that's a thing in Japan.
Yeah.
But I get when it works, but. No, you're right. No, never mind. I take it back. I don't think it works at all. You're
I
right.
think that it's dangerous to build a friendship with your
It is
parents.
dangerous. Yeah, the boundaries are confusing. I like that my mom was crazy strict and my dad is kind of a weirdo because I know what the lines are. It's very clear to me.
Yeah.
You know, and also I know that they're not flawless, like they're people. So as a parent, I know where they fucked up.
This is probably a terrible analogy, but I feel like parents and like you have friends, those are your friends.
Yes.
And you have parents, those are your parents. It's sort of like church and state in a way.
A little bit, yeah. Like I would never trust one. It's not mutually exclusive, but I wouldn't necessarily trust information equally on both sides,
Yeah.
right? Like I tell it differently depending on whom I'm telling it to.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think they should be the same. I have a friend whose parents are very close to them because their parents had them very, very young when they were, I think, 19. And they actually, you're right. They do talk about weird, like sexual things, and it's not that they have like a sexual relationship. It's
No,
just
they're
they're
just
open
comfortable.
about. Yeah, they're comfortable, like talking about who they just recently had sex with in what
Oh,
manner.
yeah,
and
no,
stuff.
that's-
yeah,
wow.
and that's what I mean. Like I guess
Like kudos to be able to do that, but I just
I don't think it's kudos. I just think it's like it is. I mean, I don't mean to judge. I guess, but
yeah, I guess I mean, you know what works for some people doesn't necessarily work for others.
It's like certainly bizarre as like a bystander that was in like around. I was like, why would you explain what that's like? But
Speaking of weird, awkward
I don't
moments, as when you're with like a friend's parents, have you ever, like as a kid, been over at a friend's house and they get in an argument with their parent and you're there?
I
I had this friend Montana.
I don't think so.
When I was in like
Hannah Montana.
must have been
Wait, is it a girl?
early middle school.
It's a
No,
boy.
it was a guy.
Oh, boy.
And dude, I don't know what this guy's doing now, but it was fucked. Like
He got into a real fight with his parents.
he got into a real fight, yelling match, and I don't remember. I think he got slapped or he slapped his mom or dad. I don't remember. They brought me home, and
So they can finish the fight.
the person that brought me home, I think it was their grandpa or something, dropped me off at my house. My parents might not have even been home.
Oh my God, who knows?
Terrible, terrible family.
Damn.
Oh my God. So there was this guy. So there was this guy, Kyle, and he was.
Wait, I think you talked about Kyle before.
He was the school poop bandit.
Yeah.
And I saw this post on Reddit that was like, every school has a poop bandit. Or no, someone just posted like a poop bandit thing there. And I was like, holy shit, it happens other places too.
Oh my God, I hate this.
There's a little bit of sadness to people that wipe
poop
poop on
bandits?
walls because it's a clear sign of abuse in their family. And I always wondered about that with his family because I used to be friends with him. And his mom was very strict, and I know they didn't have a good relationship, but I never assumed that there was like abuse happening. So I was curious about that. Also, he was adopted and never knew his family, so maybe there was something there. But he eventually, I think I talked about this on a previous podcast, he had assaulted with a group of friends a dude who they thought had a lot of money for drug money. They brought him out, took his wallet, said they needed like a car thing, and they assaulted him, like help ride home or something. And yeah,
Kyle
so
went down
I
the
think
wrong path.
He's facing 7 years in prison or is already serving that. And not only that, a Glenbard. The high school that I went to.
Clap.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
The high school that I went to, because I mean it's public news. Like the last like week of senior year, maybe it was
Your
earlier.
senior year?
My senior year.
Yeah.
A football player and another football player. One of them was older. One of them was my age. It was junior year actually, and he was a senior. So it was a senior and a junior football player. They had gotten in a terrible car accident. The whole school felt terrible for them because they were football stars, I guess.
Yeah.
One of them was at least. And he was in critical condition. Both of them were. Pierre died. And the school was just in shambles. His girlfriend was in shambles. Everybody was so upset.
Holy
the
shit,
school
that's
had such a
bad.
dark.
Oh yeah.
It was awful. I didn't really know him, so I mean, it's obviously a very sad thing, but I wasn't affected.
Yeah,
really.
of course.
A week later, it was found out that I feel like I talked about this somewhere. It was found out that both of those football players, just an hour before they got in a car accident, had raped a girl in their car.
No way.
Yeah, and the one who survived critical condition in the hospital served a 16-year sentence. I think he's on like year 7 or 8 or so.
Oh my god.
I don't know how long it's been since that year in high school, but yeah, he has to serve 85% of that goal. I thought it was really interesting that because he wasn't a smart kid. I actually took driver's ed with him. He was in my car when we were driving around.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I could have been raped. His lawyer had stated after he was convicted on some article, I don't think he had the mental capacity to really argue what he felt. And I was just like, oh
my God.
He was a stupid kid. He was very stupid.
But they went that direction?
Yeah, no, that was after the fact, I think, after he was convicted.
Because
yeah.
I was going to say, like, if he's dumb enough, like, I guess you could go that route, but...
Yeah, but that's just a terrible thing that's happened in my high school.
Fucked.
I've always wanted to post those kind of things because I'll see those threads on Reddit that are like, what's the worst? What's your high school like? What's the thing that happened that everybody talks about? And that's one thing. But I just I never post about it. I don't know why. Probably just because I don't care enough.
That makes sense.
But it's interesting to talk about here. I think.
I think so
Have you
too.
ever had a school thing like that?
I have a lot actually. It's very weird. So my graduating class is the graduating year of 2006. So we were known as like the guinea pig year, where standardized testing took a turn at our year. So we were the first ones that had science, and we were the first ones that had an essay in the SATs, and we were the first ones that had the new wave of HESPA tests, and we were the first set of students that had to take the new 8th grade test. Like, we're the generation.
Fuck science, man. Yeah. I sucked so bad.
It's like so bizarre. But anyway, so like overall, like we had a really weird like academic life. And then in middle school, I had a friend who he committed suicide, and it was really, really dramatic because he shot himself. Like, and like we're children, like we're 11 and 12, so it's like it was.
Do you not really understand that though?
What as a kid? Well, what happened was kind of. Okay, no.
He was 11 as well?
Yeah, we were all the
same. And he
age.
shot himself at 11?
Yeah, with a rifle.
What was going on in his life for him to do that?
Rifle.
Was he depressed, or was it like...
He didn't seem depressed at all, which is why like it kind of freaked out everybody. And he had like really normal, healthy relationships with everybody. We were actually quite close. We were a part of like a bunch of the same clubs and stuff.
Did anyone assume foul play?
No, not really. He has an estranged sister that everybody wanted to blame because nobody.
Man.
Well, he was such a good kid that like nobody, and he was so sweet and loving, and he had so many friends. It was unbelievable that like.
Were there any signs afterwards that something could have been wrong?
Well, unfortunately, first of all, we're young, so whenever we ask things like that, or as 7th graders, when we asked things like that, we were immediately sent to guidance counselors because like it kind of showed a sign that we were like kind of affected, or we were traumatized or affected by it. So it was hard to ask those kinds of questions at the time. And also like our parents didn't really want to like go on their own investigations and shit. So they just wanted to be supportive. Plus, I found out a lot later than everybody else because I was in Japan visiting my dad for the first time after he and my mom got divorced. So I was going through my own shit. I was like totally going through my own shit. And then that happened, and I found out later than everybody else after coming back.
And you were good friends with him?
I was really close with him. Yeah. I actually think I liked him. I think I had a crush on him. Yeah. So it was like really fucking fucked
Don't
up.
listen to this, Mike.
Don't. He knows.
There's still a chance.
We went to. He's dead. What?
Oh, right.
Oh my God.
Well.
But we all went to the same middle school. So yeah, there's that. That's something everybody talks about.
Paradise.
The other thing that's really bizarre is after we all graduated, my graduating year has a lot of suicides. After graduating.
How did you make it?
I don't know. I'm close. Any foul play, any misstep, and I'm gone. All right, guys.
Any foul play?
Yeah, any misstep.
Anytime someone tries to murder me, I'm done.
No. Anytime like there's anything fucked up that happens, like industry-wise or like unfair LA-wise, it's over.
God.
It's over. It's endgame for me. But yeah, there's a lot for some reason. I don't know why.
Jesus.
I was kind of freaked out by it too, but there's a lot.
And this was in New Jersey?
Yeah.
That's surprising. I just assumed everybody over on the east side was happy always.
No, they're like bustling. They're definitely business savvy, bustling, crazy. I'm from North Jersey, so.
I was watching, I think, good. I get to bring up Philip DeFranco again.
Every time.
He liked this post on Twitter that was a video from some entrepreneur, I forget his name, but he was talking about how the suicide rate for entrepreneurs that are in their early 20s to mid 20s to
super
late
high.
20s is super high.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, God.
Uh-oh. Bye.
Yeah, what the hell?
Well,
I was like, it makes sense, I guess.
suicide rates are unbelievably high in Japan, as you probably know.
Stressful.
Well,
And South Korea too, right?
yes, because the philosophy is that if you're not doing something productive, you're just in the way. So you need to off yourself, or else you're going to be in everybody else's way.
In many ways, I respect that.
I do too. I
kind of really, like,
I'm
obviously it's a terrible thing.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like a, not a cool concept, but
Yeah.
like, I appreciate utilitarian, like,
They have a very collectivism society. So obviously the needs of the many outweigh the needs of
they're the
one.
future easily, because
Yeah.
I think everybody should eventually think that way.
They have to
Yeah.
for survival. But on top of that, our religion is like Shinto Buddhism. We're not Christian, so we don't have consequences with suicide. Like suicide doesn't get in the way of like our beliefs and traditions and our religious
You guys do the
whatevers.
sword thing, right? Where it's like,
Yeah, if anything, it's honorable. Yeah. Yeah, it's that smooth.
oh my God, speaking of Japan,
Mm.
Reina, we shot this thing where we said we were in Japan.
Without me!
Yeah, you were out
Little
of
bitch.
town. We didn't. It was
son of a
a
bitch.
last moment sort of decision because
You
we
have to call me
originally
next
wanted to
time.
shoot it at a church because we wanted to do this weird church scene, but no churches are ever open for some reason.
Wait, I think I saw that thumbnail where you're holding the umbrella.
Dude.
You bitch!
That's so close to this office. It's
I know where it
giant
is.
Japanese garden.
Yeah,
it's so nice.
it's on
There weren't any
Woodley.
cherry blossoms. Yeah,
Yeah,
there weren't
that-
any cherry blossoms
that's
available.
in
But that's
spring, you
spring. Yeah,
dumbass.
it's in spring. But it's such a beautiful garden.
You were able to shoot in there without having to pay them?
I mean, we paid to get in.
No, I know, but you didn't have to pay like a location fee to shoot there? Oh, well, you just brought your DSLR, right?
Yeah, we brought it in to take pictures. Why's the microphone there to take audio pictures?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was so beautiful. It's where is that? Is that in
It's on Woodley.
Is that in Encino?
No, it's in
Sherman Oaks?
No, it's between
Reseda.
Van Nuys and Encino, where it's just a big giant park.
It's wonderful. It's
Yeah.
like so tranquil. There are barely any people there, and the gift shop's really sweet. They have a lot of old people working there that are very nice. And I got a little blue umbrella, and
Cute.
God, I want to go back. I want to go back so bad. It's so beautiful.
That's so funny. You would enjoy Japan if you
I
could
would.
if you could shoot an SP7 video over there. You'd enjoy your time.
If only
there.
plane flights there weren't so expensive.
I found one for $433.
Round trip?
Yes.
Shut up.
No.
No, really? When?
$433.
How far in advance do you have to book that?
You have to book it like 6 months in advance.
I mean,
That's not bad.
that's
though.
not bad at all. I would
Yeah.
totally get a trip for Alyssa and I to Japan, and you and Mike could go, and you could guide us around.
I'd love
And I could
to.
get us reservations at that sushi restaurant before that guy dies.
Oh my God, Jiro?
Yeah, Jiro.
No, we can't.
How much is that?
He's booked for like 13 years.
Jesus Christ.
He's booked beyond his death.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's
Audrey and I
ridiculous.
used to talk about booking that one day together, but
Now
it's
the
not
dream's
gonna
dead.
happen. The
It's
dream's
probably not even that good.
I don't know.
That's what I'm going to tell myself. That's why if I
not
ever
that
feel
good.
bad for someone, I just tell myself, oh, they're probably a rapist, and then I don't feel bad anymore.
We could get comparable sushi elsewhere.
Well, let's cut to a mid-roll real quick. And Mike, hit that shit, dude.
I remember the one thing I wanted to talk about regarding my family in New Jersey.
Gross, let's do it.
I went off social media for like 5 days. It was
You didn't even look at it.
I didn't even freaking look at it. I looked at my emails because I have work, obviously. But I did not look or interact with social media whatsoever. So my social media is Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, like the comment section. And that's pretty much it. I don't really do anything else. But I completely was off of all three of those things for 5 whole days. And it was magical. Like I could concentrate on what was happening in the moment. And I was hanging out with a lot of Mike's family who are older, so they don't really give a fuck about like Facebook
Yeah.
and all those things. So it doesn't even matter. Also, I haven't been on Facebook in 3 years. So
Facebook sucks.
Yeah, I haven't been
I
on.
have no reason to go on ever.
Exactly. So I'm completely free of that anyway. But
You know what? I
yeah,
totally
it was
feel you on
amazing.
that because I've barely been going on to social media. I don't think I've posted anything on my Instagram in a while.
You haven't,
And
yeah.
Twitter, I've barely posted anything. I'll look at Twitter every once in a while. Like today I went on and I saw the Michael Flynn stuff and I was like, oof.
Oh yeah, we
Good.
can talk a little bit about that.
Other than that, and that, like, I have no reason to go on my Snapchat because who the fuck uses Snapchat? Plus, mine was just, it's not even there anymore.
I like the filters.
And then I made Steven Suptic 3 on Snapchat, and that one I think is hacked too at this point.
Oh yeah, you got hacked. I forgot.
So fucking annoying. And then, my Instagram got hacked for a little bit too. So that was good too.
My Instagram got hacked as well.
I guess I just don't care anymore. It's like, I don't really use this. As long as my YouTube doesn't get hacked, I'm fine.
Yeah,
but
as long as the moneymaker's alive.
Yeah, right. I haven't been going on social media at all. I need to look at YouTube comments more, but other than that, I've just been like focusing on making these videos, and then that's just taken up all the time.
Yeah.
And they're posted, and then I'll play chess, and then I'll go home.
You love chess.
Dear God.
Now, if only you would just go outside, you might actually be relatively healthy. Now, if only you could fucking go outside a little bit and get some fresh air.
I should.
And get some sunlight.
Well, the place I'm moving to is an apartment complex. It's actually, Alyssa mentioned to me that it's, what are those complexes called where you have to be a certain low wage?
Section 8.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know how we were allowed there.
You're not allowed there.
But that's crazy, right?
Wait, that means your neighbors are not good news.
No. One of them was a schizophrenic person that shot at people. One of them, a meth lab blew up there. A weed place blew up there.
Right.
SWAT teams have been in there.
It was weed honey, by the way.
Weed honey.
Yeah, because Alyssa and I looked at it together.
Right.
Really freaked
There
out
was
for
a
you
meth lab
guys.
they found there, though.
I know.
Yeah, there's nothing good
but
about that place.
it's not your unit. It's in a different unit, but it's in the same complex.
It's in the same complex, yeah. So there's nothing good that's happening there.
Why are you moving in there? You had to have looked.
I put it up to Alyssa. She got the place. Says blame it on her, but she's also moving everything in. So that, I mean, I was like, yeah, go ahead. I didn't look it up either. So
Yikes!
It's a combination error.
Combination error. That's so funny. That sounds fun. Combination error. Sounds like a bad indie game.
I've been investing lately.
Oh, please.
Clearly, I'm not too far in the negative because I have time to invest in fucking Bitcoin. Everyone's been talking about Bitcoin recently.
What the fuck? You invested in Bitcoin? I'm excited. Tell me more, because I don't really get it.
Well, I invested when it was at, I think, like $8,400. I put in like $200 because I was like, let's just see what happens.
So you bought like a couple shares?
Actually, you know what? I put in $300, and now it's worth $365, which is kind of cool. It's like a little thing. I'm not planning on like selling it anytime soon. I want to eventually, by the end of the year, have like $5,000 in it.
But you don't have to do anything, right? You just have to leave it in there? Or you have to pull it out when it's all...
You just have to leave it in there. I mean, you're supposed to have a hardware wallet because people can like hack third-party software. So I have a hardware wallet, so no one can like hack it or anything. But I have, if my hope is that I'll invest if it ever goes down below like to 4K or so.
Oh, 4K.
If it goes down to 4K, I'm going to put in like $5,000 in a couple, hopefully in the next 6 months. And then maybe sometime it'll go up to like 20K. And then...
Why do you think it'll go up to 20K?
Who would have thought it would have gone up to 11K, right? Like, I'm sure it'll have a downtime and everything, and then...
It already had one dip for a second.
Very minor, yeah.
I know it was
but
minor.
there will be a bigger one soon, I imagine. It's just how it goes. It doesn't just grow forever.
Oh, that's so scary. I feel like digital cryptocurrency is still so ominous. Not ominous, what's the word?
Yeah, that's why I'm just going little bits at a time. Just whatever I can at a certain point. I'm also investing in like Ethereum, which is another cryptocurrency, and Litecoin just on smaller levels because Ethereum is going for like $500 right now, and you can get one Ethereum coin for whatever it's called for $500. So I got.
Oh, so you just bought one?
I bought one. And then,
can you buy wait, don't they get broken down though? Doesn't one coin get broken down into units that you could purchase like stock?
Yeah, that's why I have like 0.03 Bitcoin.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
Or maybe it's 0.3, I don't know.
Oh my God, that's so weird.
No, it's definitely not 0.3, that'd be like $3,000.
That would be so much money, 0.03, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I've been doing recently.
So weird. Should I put money? I don't want to do that. I'm not interested. I don't really understand. I don't like putting money into things I don't understand.
It's just fun to do. It's just like a little side thing.
Yeah, it's like low scale gambling.
God, I wish I would have invested a long time ago. I'll tell you that.
Ooh.
When it was so cheap.
When everybody thought it was a scam.
I think there was the story of this guy who not necessarily lost, but got rid of his Bitcoins. He had like 75 Bitcoins at a time, or maybe it wasn't even 75, maybe it was more, but whatever it was worth like, and this could be total bullshit. I don't know if it's true, but I feel like it is. It was worth like $100 million now, and he just got rid of that.
Oh my God, I feel sick.
It's probably, I think it's a real thing. It's just a crazy amount of money that he lost just by not having those Bitcoins anymore. But
I mean, honestly though, like what the fuck is $100 million anyway? Like what does it even mean to have that much money?
I don't know. What does it mean to win the lottery? Like what do you even do? You buy a house, you buy a Porsche 918 Spider, and you buy another house, and then you buy another Porsche 918 Spider, you buy a LaFerrari, you buy a P1, You buy the new BP23 that's coming out. You buy a Tesla Roadster. You buy a helicopter. You buy a
I don't need a
G5.
helicopter.
What do you do with all that?
I know.
Where's the chase?
Yeah,
I guess,
where's the chase?
I know
It's
what I
all
would do if
over.
I had $100 million.
What would you do?
Spend $10 million on a feature film that hopefully I'd been writing for a long time.
Okay, so it's your baby. 'Cause
Yeah,
you
right?
put all your everything into it.
Yeah.
I get that. That's totally normal. I would buy multiple houses in Japan and LA and New Jersey and New York, and I would buy a private jet.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Oh,
And that's
you don't even need to buy a private jet anymore because there's this service. I don't know how much it is per month, but it's like Uber for planes. Oh, and you go
I
through
heard there's an Uber helicopter.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Supposedly there's a thing on Uber where you can.
Oh, maybe that was a joke. Maybe somebody was tricking me.
I feel like there might be an Uber helicopter. There's
someone was
definitely
lying to
this
me.
thing on Uber where it's once every so often they'll have it where any ride you sign up for it and it's a certain amount per month. It's like $300 or something, and every ride you take is $6 if it's under $25 originally. And that's what I need to get on right now. I just need that email. And it's like
I see.
I need to contact Rooster Teeth because we just had a sponsor with Uber.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I need
that's
to see if there's a
great.
way to like get in on that because each ride that I'm spending right now is like $22, and that's twice a day, and that's every day.
So wait, I thought you had a ride plan with Kib.
No, he's always with Sammy Joe.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so that's never the
That's
plan.
not gonna
Although Kib and I are going to be living together soon.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he's moving in with us. I didn't tell you about that.
No, what?
Yeah, he's moving in with us.
I didn't know that.
Just for a little while.
You did tell me about
Yeah,
that.
because
Okay.
eventually him and Sammy Joe will need to live in the
Need
same
a
place
place, yeah.
because they got engaged. So that's pretty crazy.
Yay! What a great way to bring it in. So if you haven't congratulated them already, please do so. I believe it's on Kib's Instagram right now, but I'm pretty sure it's plastered all over the place by the time this goes up. But yeah, please congratulate them.
Yeah, they got engaged. How exciting is that?
It's really exciting. I love the pictures. You took the pictures, right?
Yeah, it's cool
fucking
because
nice.
it's a situation that is like actually real and it's not just like a green card thing, you know?
No, it's real. They really love each other. I think they're cute. I think it's sweet.
I think they're so annoying.
Oh, I get it.
No, I'm just
Maybe
kidding.
if I worked with them.
No, they're great. They're both the same, which is just fun.
fucking
It's
dope.
It's interesting to be around because they're both absent-minded in a lot of ways.
I would not. No, not really. Well, okay. So I went bowling with Sugarfine 7, and that's basically all the.
It's when they're
ladies.
together.
It's all the ladies. But I got to hang out with Sammy Jo before when she was talking about the engagement, and she's like on it, man. Like she.
Oh, certainly anyone is
Yeah.
more than. But I'm just kidding. I love Kib. I mean, just like situations where we're at this signing for the Woods that same night and everything, and Kib's just constantly off of the signing table, hugging and
Just
kissing
doing other
Sammy
things.
Joe.
Oh, yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, get back here.
Yeah, all you have to do is sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just it's fun to be around. I think they just need to get out of the honeymoon phase and then their love will die. So that's the hope for them.
It's only a matter of time.
But yeah, congratulations, you guys. You deserve it.
Speaking
you
of
deserve it.
happy marriages. Wait, you've played Overcooked, right? Have you played Overcooked with Alyssa? Okay, do not play Overcooked with your significant other. I've been playing a lot of it with Mike.
I don't even like playing it by myself.
It's actually more fun when you play with somebody else because you have to like collaborate with them.
We played at Rooster Teeth.
Yes, we did. That was a hot mess. Gavin was extremely mad at me. But playing with your significant other is potentially the worst idea in the world because it's kind of like running a restaurant where you have to delegate roles to each other.
Really?
Yeah, and if you like accidentally let go of one of your responsibilities, like you totally fuck the other
Have you and Mike ever worked together before?
Well, we kind of work together right now, but I guess we've never worked together like for a company.
Do you have another office somewhere?
I work with Ian.
Yeah, what's that about?
It's amazing. That office.
So who's
is
all in that
amazing.
office?
It's me, Ian, Pat, Audrey, but me and Audrey are part-time.
Okay.
And
Are you working for Life Noggin?
Not for Life Noggin, but I'm working for a component of Play Noggin.
Oh,
It's very
cool.
exciting. I'll let you know about it soon.
That's super neat.
Yeah, it is actually really
I
exciting.
miss Ian.
I don't because I just saw him today, and I see him
Lucky
every day.
bitch.
Yeah, but but yeah, Ian's great.
When's their
he
office
says hi,
party?
by the way, dude. Oh, you're coming, right? Our office party is December 8th.
Yeah, I
It's next
should
week.
be able to come. Yeah,
It's a Friday. Please come.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot of fun. There's free booze and food.
cool. That'll be nice. I'll definitely come then.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Bring Alyssa.
I've been getting into a lot of those explainer videos on YouTube, specifically real life lore.
Oh yeah. I remember you were talking about it the other time, and everybody commented real life lore.
Yeah,
They were
yeah,
like,
yeah. Finally figured out the name of the person, but goddamn, I like watch every single one of their videos, and I watch him. I watch Doug DeMuro, and he's a car guy, and Phil, and like nobody else. I think at this point.
A
Who are
lot.
you watching on YouTube?
Me. I used to watch a lot of I watch Phil every day just because I watch Life Noggin when it's up, which is like Monday and Thursday.
Holy shit,
I
wait a
believe.
sec.
What?
You wrote down video games. Are you excited about this one?
Oh my God, it's so much fun.
You're excited about Battlefront?
Yeah, are you not playing it?
You've really been off the internet for quite a while, haven't you?
Why? Because of the pay to play.
Oh
pay
my
to win
God, yeah.
concept?
I heard it was a shitty game too.
No, first of all, the game's great. And like, okay, I do get it. I did encounter a couple people that obviously paid early on because I was playing like really, really early
Did you
on.
pre-order it?
No, I don't pre-order games. I don't know what the point of pre-ordering games is anymore.
I can't believe that you bought Battlefront, you son of a bitch.
Well, I mean, PlayNoggin paid for it because Mike had to do game capture for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we got it for free. But anyway, okay, it's so much fun. Like, holy crap, it is so much fun. I don't know why you're not playing it because it doesn't really.
I don't want to
matter.
support EA.
Oh well, fucking is it? It's not. Why?
I don't want to support EA, and I don't want to support companies where their incentive is for you to pre-order the game for shit that doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I think pre-ordering games.
What's the pre-order issue? Like, did they have like a big bundle in the pre-order or something?
No, I just think EA is a shitty company, and pre-ordering their games is and pre-ordering games in general is a disservice to the gaming community because
I know that's what I'm talking. Why are you talking about pre-order? The game's out.
No, I know that. I'm saying,
okay.
Did you in the past?
No,
but you didn't yet.
No, because I bought it
through Life Noggin.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like I bought it for work.
But EA's a shitty company.
Yeah.
Are they deserving of the 2-time worst company of the year awards? No. Nestle tried to stop people from having water. That's a whole other thing. There are many worse companies out there, like banks, than EA because it's just a fucking video game company.
Yeah,
but
and it is a company.
I do care about video games.
Yeah,
with the past that I have and everything, and me playing Overwatch constantly, which is.
Well, I thought they kind of remedied it by getting rid of the pay to win aspect where they like didn't let you purchase the like Uber vehicles anymore.
Yeah, after so many complaints.
Yeah. Well, it only happened within a week. Okay, I know it's a lot. I understand. I'm not trying to support EA necessarily. I just mean, I guess I assumed it was shitty that like a $60 full-fledged game has pay to win aspects, especially because when I was first playing, I did encounter like Millennium Falcons, which are super overpowered, right? You cannot possibly beat one. And they're also like, they heal faster or they do other things faster and they like can glide away faster and shit. So it is truly, truly unfair. The ratio is
granted, I haven't played the game, so I don't know if it's any fun. James bought it. He was really psyched for it. He didn't like it. And he's one of the biggest Star Wars fans of all time.
It's so much fucking fun. Like, holy shit, it is so much fun.
Yeah, I just can't bring myself to support EA. And especially people that pre-order games. Like, I get it. You're excited for the game, but do you pre-order movies?
No. What? I don't understand pre-order anymore. Do you get extra things for pre-ordering?
Yeah, you get extra things. I think if you pre-ordered Overwatch, you'd get this Widow skin. Like, who gives a shit, right? It's like, don't pre-order games. It's a disservice to the gaming industry because
why?
They get money before the game's actually good.
Oh, I see. But
it just inspires them. It inspires game companies to not give as much of a shit because they already have all this money. So it's
I guess so. But you're gonna buy the game anyway, and if it's bad, you're gonna trash it publicly. Like I feel like that's kind of the ecosystem.
Clearly, it doesn't matter for EA.
Well, it doesn't matter for a lot of companies, I feel. Like, you know how much shit, like, Nintendo gets for not allowing people to, like, play it and stream it and shit? They are still...
I respect Nintendo quite a bit, though. Even the streaming thing's really shitty, but they had... when their 3DS, or no, not 3DS, maybe it was the Wii U didn't sell well, some executives and the CEO cut their pay in half.
Oh.
To like... kind of alleviate some of the profits, or maybe it was just like a
But that's so fucked up. Like Japan's work system, the corporate work system in Japan is like extraordinarily fucked up.
Really?
Yeah.
How so?
Oh my god, they get paid less than like McDonald's employees, and they have to sleep in their office to make the ends meet, to make like their times
at
work.
Nintendo they have to do that?
Maybe not Nintendo, but like even big anime companies, they're not treated well whatsoever. Like they're paid way less than McDonald's employees.
As they should be.
Fucking peasants.
But
damn, I didn't know you felt so strongly about EA, so much so to not play Battlefront.
I think it's hard not to feel strongly about EA, especially when a game like Battlefront comes out. Battlefront 2 back in the day was one of the games I played the most out of anything. And just to see that company crumble like that is I mean, it's not crumbling. It's the stocks are higher than ever, even with Battlefront out. It's just it's sad in a way because I really hope that's the future of gaming isn't like that.
What would make you play it then? What would actually alleviate the situation for you?
someone was like, what would alleviate the situation for me actually going out and buying Battlefront and playing it?
Like what would
Nothing
make you,
would now.
Okay, let's say let's say you really wanted to play it, but like morally you weren't. What would change that?
If it was,
I feel like if you really wanted to play it, you would just do it.
it depends how good the game is.
Yeah,
and I haven't heard from
yeah.
anyone besides you that it's like really, really, really good, like worth playing.
I had so much fun. I mean, like I stopped playing and I'm playing Overcooked now.
I also don't like
but-
EA shooters. I'm not a huge fan of the way the gun moves, and I'm also not a huge fan of Call of Duty anymore, even though I heard the new one's really good.
Oh, I didn't even hear anything about the new Call of Duty.
But I don't like
haven't-
the way the gun like. I don't like how fluid the movement is. I like quick kind
where
of.
it kind of cocks to like the.
I like a lot
target.
of like noises and
I get
fast
that.
movements and everything, and it just it doesn't do it for me.
I only played the
As I play
space-
Hanzo.
Yeah, right. I only played the space shooter one, which you're in a vehicle and you're either an X-wing or I don't know. You're like you could actually be anything.
You only
really.
do you get to play that the entire game?
No, you get to choose different vehicles every single time, and you can randomly get like a Vader vehicle if you're on.
I
the
heard
right
that
side.
when you get to play a Jedi or a Sith, then there's a really good chance that it's like towards the end of the match and you suddenly get to play them and suddenly the match is over.
I did experience something shitty where I got to play. Finally, I got to be Darth Vader, and I was so fucking excited because he's my fucking favorite. And then I couldn't understand the controls because he's so very different.
Oh, right, because Darth Vader's fully unlocked now.
Yeah, but he's like he's very different than all the other ones, and I couldn't get it right. And he's so much faster than the other ones, so I died immediately by crashing into another vehicle, and it was very sad.
There's this game coming
So-
out by EA that I was really psyched for, and I didn't even think about the fact that it was an EA game.
EA also does Sim.
Oh, dude, SimCity was where I first got really pissed off with EA because nothing worked on that game for like a month.
Yeah,
And
it's
it just
true.
bummed me out so much. That game is... The worst part about SimCity is that it's so much fun. And it's so cool. I love SimCity so much, and it's just fucked. I don't know if it is. It's guaranteed to not be fucked anymore because it's been so long. But it ruined it. Me playing that game the first month, the servers would barely work, and
So you really do have like a history with EA, like being kind of like pissed at EA.
And I've barely given them any chances too. It's just the past 2 to 4 years, whenever SimCity came out, and then I'm sure there was a game between them. Also, I'm not like a huge fan of Battlefield, and Ubisoft sort of fucks people over too, right?
I don't know. I don't play a lot of Ubisoft games. I only played them like at SourceFed and for SPF and stuff.
I just feel like there are a lot of shitty game companies out right now, and everyone should just play Witcher.
Ubisoft is South Park, right? No, that's Square Enix? No, fuck, hold on. I don't know. I forgot everything. after
Square
I got
Enix.
done.
I'll tell you,
that's
that's
Square
one
Enix.
game I'll pre-order, Kingdom Hearts 3. But
Wait,
that's
really?
it.
Even at this after
No,
like
I would
13
never- I would never
years?
pre-order any
I didn't
game.
think so. Here, entertain them. Talk about something while
I'm just
figure
worried
this
that
out.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be like what was that game that they were in that was in production for 10 years, and then it finally came out. Everyone was so psyched for it, and it was the shittiest game ever. It was Duke Nukem, the newer Duke Nukem.
What?
It was 10 years in production, if not more, and everyone was been looking forward to it for so long, and the game
it is
just
Ubisoft.
sucked so bad.
So-
Ubisoft does South Park?
Yeah, Ubisoft is South Park.
You know, this new season of South Park isn't too bad. I've been watching a little bit of it.
Really? Okay. What the fuck was the Moss Piglets episode?
Ooh, I don't think I saw that one. The one I didn't really like was the Mark Zuckerberg one, where he was like,
Oh, what's your style?
yeah. I
Yeah,
thought that was...
I know that was pretty weird. That's gimmicky, but I like Heidi's evolution. I really
Oh,
like
Cartman's girlfriend?
Yeah.
I loved their relationship for a while. It's just funny.
It's so fucked up. I feel so bad for Heidi though. Like,
Yeah.
like it's actually psychotic, and I feel
Oh, it absolutely is.
And the fact that he plays victim, he's so amazingly sociopathic.
It's really well written. There's a lot of it that I don't like.
Yeah, I forgot what. Okay, I cannot understand the Moss. If you guys understood the Moss Piglets episode and why it's called Moss Piglets, please explain in the comment section below. I have no idea what the hell that was about, and it really upset me and Mike because I thought they fucking just lost their minds. I thought they dropped acid, lost their minds, wrote the episode, and went to bed.
Who knows?
Like,
Maybe. I mean, that's not
I
so
don't know.
far off, probably.
Yeah, but I forgot the most recent episode. I feel like it wasn't that interesting, but it's more about Heidi and what's his butt's
Do you agree
relationship.
with because I guess they're trying to set up the relationship between Heidi and Eric, like politically, it represents people in the Trump administration.
Yeah.
And I forget who represents like people that voted for Trump. Cartman, I imagine. No, it was
No,
Heidi. Heidi voted for Trump because I imagine this is what they're doing with it, because they talk about how it's a relationship where she's with Cartman and she sticks with him even though she knows he's shitty because everybody's telling her that it was the wrong decision, that she's so stupid for doing it.
It makes her want to stick up for it more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting, yeah.
Interesting. That's the Trump administration that they're... Oh, no, people that voted for Trump?
People that voted for Trump, and then I guess Cartman's Trump?
No.
Well, I mean, I guess he would have to represent Trump because she's sticking in that relationship with him.
But what's weird
and
is...
it's people that they're telling her not to that represent people, like telling people that shouldn't have voted for Trump.
I guess that's true. But, there is a Trump in the show. It's usually that when they're representing something...
there is a physical interpretation of Trump in the show, which is Mr. Mackey, is
Yeah,
that
no. It's not, okay. It's not that one. It's the other one. I forgot what his name was.
I forget his name, too.
He also does the lips thing, and it's very funny.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I usually thought that if they have like a physical representation, that's not who they're mocking, and they're mocking like another element of it. But regardless.
No, I think I'm right, actually.
Yeah?
For that one. I think legitimately, yeah.
Cartman's supposed to be Trump.
Because normally I guess they get really heavy-handed with their like metaphors and everything. They just really tell the audience what is up.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that's what they should do, but...
They kind of spell it out for them, too, which is really interesting. They used to not. They used to be a lot more subtle, but...
Actually, were they? Were they ever subtle? Because they have those monologue moments where they actually tell the lesson, like, each episode. Like, Kyle's always like...
Kyle does speak up, you're right. Or Stan speaks up, you're right.
Yeah.
And they, like, kind of they narrate what's going on a little bit. But I feel like at the height, there was an overt message, and then there was an underlying message.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, so... maybe Human Centipede is a bad example. That's not the right one. But that season, the season that had all that garbage, that was my favorite because there was always, I feel like I remember there was always like an overt message, kind of like the Trump thing that's going on. And then there was an underlying message that was a lot more subtle and a lot more it's a lot more grounded than the insane one, trying to show you that like the stuff that's in your face is actually crazy. Like America's crazy, But I miss old South Park.
I mean, I was watching a Jay-Z interview that was actually, it was really great.
Oh yeah, you told me about this.
I've never watched the Jay-Z thing before, or like I don't really listen to his music that much.
Right?
In a way, I mean, he asked him about his life and everything that went on with Beyonce and Lemonade and his album that came out. That it was just a great interview altogether. And he talked about how he thinks that Trump being voted in was a good thing because it opens up a bigger conversation that, and he related it, I forget, to something that's not political, but he was like, when you have an issue, it's there, but nobody's really talking about it. And Trump being elected created a bigger conversation for everybody to address, like all the maybe hidden racism, maybe just like all the divisive nature of our country in general. Yes. So we're able to talk about that more.
Yeah, that's an interesting take on it. And until you said that, I guess I didn't understand earlier. But it is true. I think it's more on the level of not that everybody notices what's going on, but they don't want to talk about it. I think it's more like they suspect something strange is going on, but there's no evidence. And also, it's hard to question a higher power, and it's also scary, so people don't do it. But when it's thrown into your face and it's very obvious every day that something is kind of broken in the system, it definitely allows more people to poke bigger holes, so it does open up more important conversations. I'm kind of freaked out by it. As somebody that is a citizen of another country, I came here, obviously not of choice because my parents brought me here, but like,
disgusting.
I know. But America's like the land of the free, and like you get to do whatever you want. And now all other countries know this country as being that. And it's hard to really understand and believe that it's this corrupt, if it really is corrupt. I mean, talk about the Michael Flynn stuff. Like, if it really is as corrupt as we're seeing it now in the year 2017, like that does really freak me out.
I mean, people are worried that there isn't like a good checks and balances system.
There isn't, obviously.
I mean, the FBI is investigating our political party, the executive branch, so it's like, clearly there are checks and balances.
I know, there are, but it needs to get to this degree. And we also elected him as our president. Like, I don't know, investigating people around our president, like, I don't know. That's really sad, I feel.
It's not something that's new.
Well, I guess not. Yeah, I guess not.
It's not new. It's just, I think social media makes everything. I mean, it's obviously terrible, but social media
inflates it.
Yeah. We see more and we know more almost immediately.
That's
so
true.
It's just it's in the public eye more, it's great because that means if this is really interesting and people are really interested by this, new generations will care more politically, and then maybe when all these old people die, net neutrality will come back.
Oh my God!
Do you think?
I'm so scared. Aren't you scared?
Yeah, absolutely.
That like our literal careers are based on the internet.
Fuck, is it Comcast that doubled back? or was it a different company? It might have been Comcast.
Spectrum?
Some internet company was like, yeah, dude, we're totally for net neutrality. Like, it's all good. And then once the FCC repealed I forget what it was, the net neutrality support or whatever, they were like, yeah, you know what? If they're not supporting it, then yeah, it's just a thing. We don't have to support it then. So it's like, sorry about that. It's just disgusting. Because do you want to pay a package that comes along with certain apps that you get to use, like Snapchat and Instagram and all that? Pay $19.99 per month just to use apps. Probably not that price, but like just saying
that's insane.
Nobody owns the internet, so it's like, why?
I know.
Why is this even a discussion?
Well,
but it is.
I didn't quite understand.
But old people die.
Yeah, all the old people need to die. I looked up what countries have net neutrality, and it's pretty much all industrialized countries. So if America suddenly didn't have it, I feel like, are we allowed to just suddenly not have it? Isn't there like a global net neutrality agreement?
I'm curious how that would work with international things. I'm sure it would probably just be for the United States. Like if you're in the United States, it's probably IP address related.
I guess so.
I imagine it would be.
It's so complicated already. Okay, so for example, Netflix, right? There's a Netflix that you can watch Netflix in Japan. It just has different shows. Like honestly, you could watch anything in Japan over there. But because of licensing agreements and stuff, like you can and can't watch some shows in a different country. That would work differently. Oh, I guess Australia kind of does that, and they're net neutral though. What? Oh, it's about time to go. It's about time to go. Is that
well,
what you're saying?
It's just about time to go, but also the camera might stop soon.
Oh shit. Okay, we gotta go. Thank you so much for watching episode 37 of Boys Only Club. Get our new sweater hoodie merch.
Woo!
Look at how good it looks. It's
very nice. It's
Links
very
in the
warm.
description.
I'm so warm right now.
I'm very sweaty right now. It'll keep you warm too.
Bless your heart.
Bye.